Hey everybody, thanks for coming by. Jason here at Pepe's Plants on the YouTube channel. I just wanted to take a minute to introduce you to the propagation method that I really like to use on the miracle fruit plants. Okay, so what we've done here is we have created another miracle fruit plant by simply doing what's called a mark coating, and I've removed the aluminum foil, and underneath that foil we have cellophane wrap. And the reason for the cellophane wrap is because depending on the time of year and how sensitive the plant roots are, some you almost always have to use the cellophane, and I found that using cellophane works much better as opposed to just the putting the sphagnum moss, wetting it and wrapping it with the aluminum foil. So the focus here that I want you to understand is that we've used cellophane, and I'm working from removing the foil down to the cellophane, and then when I remove the cellophane, I'm going to have roots that are going to be exposed to the air. Right now they're moist, okay? But when you're, and particularly when you're doing a mark coating, you do want bright light to come through a filtered environment, so a canopy of trees and the filtered light coming through. That's the ideal lighting conditions for a miracle fruit plant anyhow. So I like to keep that going that way. And then you'll develop in about 4 months a very nice little ball here with roots on it. Okay, so the cellophane has been removed very carefully. You don't want to damage the roots. We're down to the branch with the roots on it, and now it's time to take your pruner and remove this entire branch. A word of caution: when you're going to do this, clean your pruner, okay? So I got a little water and some bleach. I sprayed this a little while ago and I had it ready, and it's dry, and it's also been rinsed with plain water after using the bleach. And then I'll go ahead and I will cut this, and I'll leave a little bit of a stump on it when I cut it, just so that it gives a little bit of support at the base of the container that I'm going to be putting this in. So I'll cut this at a little bit of an angle, and I've left a little 1-inch little stump here at the bottom, and you can see that this is now going to be planted, and we are going to make another little miracle fruit plant out of this air layer, or mark coat. The correct term for this is a mark coat. A lot of people refer to it as an air layer. Now I got to move kind of quickly, and then the next thing we'll do is we'll put this in some water for a few minutes, and then we'll go straight to the pot. All right, so we're all set. We took this guy and put him in some water. You can see some of the water coming off of it. We let it soak for about 20 minutes to kind of rehydrate the roots a little bit. And then now we have, this is a small 1-gallon container. This is just fine for this small plant that we have here. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in this pot. What I've done is I've put a little bit of soil at the bottom, and I've added some fertilizer, which I like to use. This is a 13-13-13. It's balanced, it's time released, and I really think it's great to use. And then later on I begin to use a steady supply of a little bit of bone meal with some blood meal, bone meal combinations, or any kind of an organic fertilizer. But I like to get them started off good with this synthetic. It works really well, and it slowly releases so that I have a really nice healthy plant. So we're going to put this in here, and I'm going to add a little bit more soil because it's way too low in the pot, even though it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, and then I'll put it back in the pot right about there, because I want the soil level to be just a little bit above where the roots are. So there we go. We've taken this miracle fruit plant and we've propagated it, placed it into a 1-gallon container. We've got another one ready to produce fruit. And guess what? This guy, as I look closer, I could actually see there's a nice little berry right here developing. So even while it was developing roots on the branch as a mark coat, as an air layer, it was still producing fruit, which is pretty common when you do this with fruit trees. The nice thing about this is that it's nice and compact, small and bushy. It'll tend to grow a little quicker now. I mean, people will tell you, no, miracle fruit, it grows so slow. And that's true when you grow it from a seed. And we'll do a separate video on how to propagate this from a seedling and explain some of the characteristics of the seedlings.